And a happy Wednesday to you. Good morning. Thanks for joining us for this 9th day of February 2022. I'm Eric Granstrom on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, filling in for Dan Kuntz for a few more days before Dan comes back from vacation. Dan sent us a text picture yesterday of his feet and a pool and the sunshine. And we're all like, yeah, thanks, Dan. Busy show coming up today, but before we do anything else, let's see. It's Wednesday. That means it's Winning Wednesday. That's right. Winning Wednesday means you get a chance to win some pretty cool stuff. We've got a $50 gift certificate to Chelan Valley Skincare again this week on Winning Wednesday. All you have to do is email us at, see that right there, winner, that is, at ncwlife.com. Winner at ncwlife.com. There's one entry per email address. So if you have 3-4 email addresses, that means you can enter 3-4 times. So email us here today, starting right now, winner at ncwlife.com, and you'll have a chance to win when we do the drawing a little bit later on today for that $50 gift certificate to Chelan Valley Skincare. They've got a February special going on, the Lovers Special. That is European facial, what else is it? It is a oxygen infusion, a partial body wrap, also a bionic foot bath. They have foot massage available. That's $250, February only special happening at Chelan Valley Skincare. If you want to find out more about what Chelan Valley Skincare is, head to their website, chelanvalleyskincare.com. We appreciate them being a sponsor here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, and a $50 gift certificate to Chelan Valley Skincare coming up on Winning Wednesday today. Winner at ncwlife.com. Busy show today. We're going to be joined by the manager for the NCW Fair up in Waterville, Carolyn Morley, will join us a little bit later on this morning. We'll find out what's happening under the snow up in Waterville. There's a lot going on, as a matter of fact. Also, Mike Magnotti with his opinion, and sports, of course. The Wenatchee Wild got a big win last night in a shootout, and the Kraken head back to the ice tonight in sports. Lots to get to in the newscast as well. Before we do that, though, and before we talk about the weather forecast, let's see what's happening around the valley with our Valley View cameras this morning, thanks to Sky-Fi Wireless Network and LocalTel. And what a beautiful image this morning. And see, we're getting more and more daylight and earlier sunrise each and every day, getting a couple of minutes earlier every day. So we start the show and we can actually see outside. And a quiet morning this morning for the Wenatchee Valley. Good morning, Wenatchee. Good morning, East Wenatchee. And welcome to your Wednesday as the Columbia River silently drifts by on this chilly morning. 28 degrees out there right now. So a little chilly and a little frosty on the road. So be careful this morning. All right, camera 2 will go to Blag Mountain. Okay, looking down upon Leavenworth, the Bavarian village this morning. And looks quiet there under overcast skies, kind of a high overcast, maybe a little wind blowing. See the camera shake there a little bit. So a little bit of a breeze this morning. Not much as far as our forecast is going to be actually pretty nice today. Sunshine and warmer temperatures. More on that coming up. Camera 3 will take us to a look at Lake Chelan. That's from the look up on the Manson Water Tower, looking down at Wapato Point, and again in kind of the middle of your screen, a little bit to the left, you can see just a few trees there in that RV park next to the Mill Bay launch, and don't see any boats on the water yet this morning, but some good kokanee fishing up at Lake Chelan, and looks like it's going to be a glorious day for our beautiful body of water in north central Washington. All right, camera 4, Uriah, where we're going to go this time. This is another view of Lake Chelan. That's looking across from the other direction. Yeah, that's up at Bear Mountain, looking down upon Wapato Point and looking over to Manson, and you can just see Mitchell Creek up in the corner of the lake there, where it turns the corner and heads up towards 25 Mile Creek and all the way up to Stehekin. In all the years I've lived here in Eastern Washington, I still have not made that trip to Stehekin. One of these times I'm going to take the lady of the lake and head up there. Good morning, Chelan, and thanks for joining us on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Thanks to Sky-Fi and the wireless network for our camera Valley View here this morning, and those cameras from LocalTel. Now, as far as the weather is concerned, the temperatures, we're talking about it. Mild and dry continues. with temperatures possibly getting up to the low 50s. Nighttime lows in the 20s and 30s, and some morning clouds, a little fog, but that should burn off for the most part and give us nice sunny days here for the rest of the work week as we're halfway through. Hey, just a reminder, too, that with the warming temperatures during the day, of course, that snow's melting. And I've got my eaves at the house are dripping like crazy. And then I walked out on the front porch this morning and about broke my tailbone again. I already did that once this year. No, thank you. Don't want to do it again. But careful out there this morning. And some of the roads might be kind of slick as well. You might have some ice on the windshield, too, as you get up and get ready for work. Now, as far as our forecast is concerned here for the Wenatchee Valley, yeah, look at that. Beautiful. 47 today with sunny skies and not much wind to speak of. The overnight low tonight should be around 32. We might get a few clouds that move in. That's going to keep us a little warmer in the overnight hours tonight. We'll wake up to a little fog tomorrow morning, and then that will give way to sunshine again. 48 degrees. So that's supposed to be our warmest day coming up tomorrow here in the Wenatchee Valley in north central Washington. 31 the overnight low on Thursday night as we head towards the weekend. Friday, sunny and 42. Sunny and 44 on Saturday. They say maybe some clouds coming in late Sunday and some showers possible on Monday morning. And it shouldn't deter with our nice weather, though. We'll see lots of sunshine early in the day on Sunday, 43 for the high, and then sunshine maybe later in the day on Monday afternoon, 44 the high on Monday. Tuesday, looking at sunny and mild conditions as well, 43. By the way, with that little system that's going to move in Sunday night and into Monday, the snow level is going to drop down to about 1,500 feet. So for your skiers, it's going to mean some fresh powder, maybe up on the slopes. For drivers in the higher elevations, it's going to mean some slick conditions, but you don't have to worry about that till Sunday night or Monday morning. Our high yesterday was 43 in Wenatchee, according to the National Weather Service up at Pangborn Memorial Airport. 31 the overnight low, and that was yesterday morning. Record high for today was set in 1998 at 55 degrees. The record low for today, 8 in 1985. We're normally at 40 and 27 for this time of year. Sunrise this morning officially at 7:15. Sun will set at 5:15 tonight. Tomorrow, it'll rise a minute earlier at 7:14 and set a couple of minutes later tomorrow night at 5:17. That's a look at your forecast. As far as the mountain passes are concerned from the Department of Transportation this morning, latest pass report is a presentation of D.A. Davidson, the strength of a trusted partner and personalized solutions to meet your financial needs. Member SIPC. We'll start things off at US 2 and Stevens Pass. Good news this morning. Roadways bare and wet. A little light rain falling at the summit of Stevens Pass. Currently 34 degrees. No restrictions east or west on US 2 for the Stevens Pass. As far as Blewett is concerned, it's also in pretty good shape with bare and dry conditions. A little frost and ice in places. Currently clear in 35. No restrictions north or south if you're heading on US 97 Blewett Pass. As far as I-90 Snoqualmie is concerned, it's also in pretty good shape under partly cloudy skies. Roadways bare and dry. A few wet spots here and there. Currently partly cloudy and 37 at the summit of I-90 Snoqualmie Pass. And thanks again to D.A. Davidson for the latest pass conditions here this morning. And I don't think we're through it yet, as we talked about, with snow possibly coming in by Sunday night and Monday. So we'll keep giving you those pass reports until we're in the free and clear on that. 9 minutes past the hour here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley for a Wednesday. Local news comes your way next. Stay right there.
Find ageless beauty at Chelan Valley Skincare. Cindy offers the most up-to-date treatments for personalized skincare. If sagging skin or acne scars are some skin challenges for you, Chelan Valley Skincare offers non-invasive, non-surgical skincare. With up-to-date technology for shorter treatment plans, you'll benefit from Cindy's expertise to help you accomplish your skincare goals. Please stop by their website for details on all their services. Call Cindy today for your free consultation.
Hi, I'm Katie Joslin and I'm a pediatrician at CVCH. We know that as new parents, you have a lot of decisions to make. At CVCH, we have a team of caring pediatricians and family medicine providers who love to take care of newborns. As you're making that decision of where you'd like to go, we hope that you'll consider coming to CVCH, where any of the providers you choose would care for your baby as if it was one of their own.
10 minutes past the hour here on a Wednesday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley for this 9th of February, 2022. I'm Eric Granstrom filling in for Dan Coots. Overcast skies and 28 degrees in downtown Wenatchee. We check your latest local news this morning. Two Grant County brothers who partnered in a 2011 drive-by killing in Quincy have failed to win a lighter sentence. Abraham Lopez Torres and Benjamin Torres Jr. are serving 20 years and 15 years respectively in the shooting death of Aiden Beltran, who they gunned down in his front yard as part of an ongoing gang dispute. The brothers were 15 and 17 years of age at the time. They were tried and sentenced as adults. In their court petition, both said their age should have been taken into account when a Grant County judge sent them to prison. But the State Court of Appeals ruled today that neither man could show their age was not properly considered. Both are serving their time at Coyote Ridge Correction Center in Connell. Well, a Wenatchee thrift store operator, already convicted of committing an assault at his business, now faces a civil rights lawsuit from the state attorney general. Bob Ferguson office announced yesterday it is suing Thad Lawson of Cashmere and his nonprofit Veterans Warehouse thrift store in Wenatchee over allegations that Lawson sexually harassed and discriminated against at least 12 women who worked at or visited the shop. The civil lawsuit calls the harassment pervasive and ongoing and says Lawson unlawfully retaliated against employees who complained or consulted an attorney. The Attorney General wants a court to bar Lawson from working at his Wenatchee thrift store or another one he operates in Kennewick and to order him to pay damages to the alleged victims. Lawson, who's 56, was convicted last July of fourth-degree assault for seizing and demanding sexual favors from a 27-year-old woman who visited his store. He has last appealed that verdict. It was his second such conviction in the last 5 years. In other news this morning, 3 new deputies joined the Chelan County Sheriff's Office last week. All 3 of them came aboard as what are called lateral transfers, active duty police officers moving in from other departments. Cyrus Bowthorpe and Andrew Tilton joined the King County Sheriff's Office. Alex Bushy comes from the Grant County Sheriff's Office, where he started in 2017. Sheriff Brian Burnett told county commissioners the new hires have chopped down the number of unfilled deputy positions in his department.
But this leaves us with 2 commissioned deputy positions down with these 3. And then with Doug Carolyn leaving at the end of March, that'll actually put us at 3. But we are, you're going to see here in a bit that we're going to be running some tests here shortly.
Well, if you're an architect, tattoo artist, or real estate appraiser broker licensed in the state of Washington, you might want to check your bank statement. The State Department of Licensing says it had a data breach late last month affecting multiple license categories. Social Security numbers and birth dates of license holders could have been compromised. The department says it will notify any user whose information is found to be stolen. In the meantime, it does advise licensees to keep an eye on their credit report and financial accounts. The breach does not affect your driver's license. In the latest report from the State Employment Security Department, unemployment in December for the Wenatchee area fell almost 3% compared to December of 2020. In 2020, unemployment was at 7%, but in 2021, the December unemployment rate was at 4.2%. However, the number of residents in the Washington MSA's labor force in December 2021 was still less than it was prior to the COVID-19 induced recession. The December 21 total non-farm employment in the Wenatchee MSA, that's Chelan and Douglas counties, tallied 2,600 more jobs than in December of 2020, rebounding from 43,100 jobs to 45,700. That's a 6% upturn. However, the local economy has still not recovered all jobs lost because of COVID-19 related layoffs. Well, 3 bills put forward by 8th District Representative Kim Schreier are now part of the Omnibus America Competes Act, aimed at boosting U.S. competitiveness with China. The act passed the House of Representatives on Friday. Schreier's components include a measure to crack down on shipping companies and support 8th District exporters, research on manufacturing in rural communities, and new consumer protections from companies that make false claims about their products. The overall act would provide major investments in supply chains and high-tech research. It now heads to the Senate. Well, as Wenatchee works to secure the final pieces of funding for the Confluence Parkway project, city officials met with Chelan County PUD Board Monday to discuss what it would mean for PUD properties. The Confluence Parkway is designed to relieve congestion on North Wenatchee Avenue and include another bridge over the Wenatchee River. The PUD owns areas along the bypass that include the Apple Capitol Loop Trail, Horan Natural Area, and Confluence State Park. PUD commissioners said the changes it would mean for each of those properties raises some concerns and said they'll be reaching out to the community this spring for thoughts on those changes. That will be in addition to public comments on environmental permitting the city will need for that project. Well, the Washington State Patrol issued a warning this week after the tragic death last month of 28-year-old Taylor Fukuzawa of East Wenatchee. Fukuzawa was struck by a vehicle January 13th on Highway 28 while trying to help an injured deer. Trooper John Bryant said the risks of dealing with injured or dead animals on the highway is just too high.
Hello everybody, Trooper Bryant here. It's a crisp Sunday morning in Kittitas County. I'm on the shoulder of westbound Interstate 90 about milepost 131, 5 miles to the west of the Vantage Bridge. Discovered this deceased elk on the side of the roadway. Moved my car up close to it so you can see the size of the elk. And what I want to talk about today is animals that are deceased, mostly that are in the roadway. Last month, a young lady was helping another individual attempting to remove a deceased deer from the middle of the roadway on State Route 28. That's between Quincy and East Wenatchee. The young lady was struck by a vehicle and killed. Very sad. Very sad. Call 911. Don't attempt to do these things. It is dangerous to get out in the roadway and do that. State Patrol, I've moved plenty of deer off the roadway. Other troopers have. Department of Transportation will take care of it. Damage to your vehicle or another vehicle is not worth your life trying to remove an animal from the roadway that's deceased. It is too risky. Please let us do that. Let's not have another tragedy like this again.
Yeah, definitely not. 17 minutes past the hour here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. More news coming your way tonight at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Grant Olson will chair us, and he has a little preview for us. Grant?
Good morning, Eric. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, lots of sunshine and warmer temperatures as we make our way through the week and into the upcoming weekend. I'll have the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. And in sports, Eric has results of last night's high school basketball action, as well as results from the Wild game. That and all the day's news stories coming your way tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope to see you then. Eric?
Thank you much, Grant. Overcast this morning and 28 in downtown Wenatchee. Looking for sunshine and temperatures in the 40s today. Yeah, going to feel a little bit like spring. Well, the Wenatchee Wild had a big win last night. We'll talk about that with sports news next here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere is your place for famous blues, brews, and barbecue. We are your one-stop bar and grill, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Hi, Justin here, owner of Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere. Looking for a fun night out? Join us at Club Crow. We have live bands to rock the night away, comedy to make you laugh, and if that's not enough, we have poker every Monday and Wednesday night. Club Crow in Cashmere has it all. Check out our Facebook event page for dates and times. Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere, the coolest place in town.
With all the variety on SureStream TV from Localtel, there's always something to watch. But what if you hit the couch in the middle of all the shows? That's a perfect time to use the features Catch Up or Restart. Catch up on shows from up to 3 days ago, or restart your show from the beginning. Go to your guide and select the show to restart. Then play, pause, rewind on your schedule. Don't forget, SureStream TV from Localtel lets you decide when shows begin.
Just about 20 minutes past the hour on this 9th day of February 2022. Eric Granstrom filling in for Dan Kuntz here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with sports. Wenatchee Wild even their record on the current road trip at 1-1 with a 3-2 shutout win over Coquitlam last night. Cade Stibbe scored the lone goal of the first period at the 16:42 mark on a man advantage, his 9th of the season. Wenatchee jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the second on Parker Murray's 6th goal in just 5 games. How about that? Home squad started their comeback at the 13:01 mark of the second when Jaden Sisson found the back of the net. Tyler Kopf tied the game at 1-1 6.5 minutes later. The two teams would play a scoreless third period and overtime, so the game would come down to a shootout. Express scored with their second skater in the shootout, while Owen Bond and Cade Littler were denied. But then Ian Somoza and Garrett Sedlowski scored while Tyler Shea denied Coquitlam's next two skaters to give the Wild a 3-2 win. Shea turned aside 33 of 35 shots on goal for the night. Wenatchee's off until Friday when it begins a 2-game, 2-night stint in Prince George against the Spruce Kings. Well, the Seattle Kraken were back on the ice yesterday in preparation for tonight's game against Arizona. It'll be Seattle's first game back since the All-Star break, while the Coyotes fell to Vancouver last night, 5-1. Coach Dave Haxall says it was nice to get everyone back on the ice after the break.
Well, 4 days off, just get out and knock as much rust off as possible. So, we got up and down the rink as much as we could. We didn't stop and talk a whole lot. We just wanted to get out, like I said, get up and down the rink as much as we could, handle the puck and just get feeling good. So, we've got to dial in on some of the detail tomorrow morning, and we'll do that before morning skate and use morning skate again, and then just like everybody else, get back at it tomorrow night.
Seattle ended the first half of the season on a winning note with a shutout of the New York Islanders. Haxtell says that positive vibe carried the team through the break.
It's nice to come back from a break. Guys were excited to be back. We worked hard today, but guys were, there was a lot of life out there. There's great energy. Some of the execution left a little bit to be desired. We knew that would be the case. That's how it is coming off a break. But guys worked through it, it was a real good positive day in that regard.
Seattle's 5-5 in its last 10 games, and Haxtell says they're finally discovering the Kraken brand of hockey he likes to see.
And we did a lot of really good things as a team day in and day out before the break, and that that led to good results. We had a couple disappointing losses on that road trip, a couple losses late, but we played well during those games, and we're certainly deserving of the 2 wins that we did get, and the bookend wins on that road trip. So and that's just a continuation of the last few weeks, really, since we've come back from break. We've had guys dialed in pretty well. Our game is pretty simple. We've checked well, and everybody's just doing, a lot of the little things that give ourselves opportunities to be in those games that, we felt all the way along that we needed to be in. And those are, lower scoring, tight hockey games. And, our team has looked very comfortable in those games.
Yeah, the guys are getting used to playing with each other. They're getting to know each other. Yanni Gord says it's great to have a guy like 16-year pro Mark Giordano as a captain to set an example for the rest of the guys.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal, and we feed off of everything he does, because he does everything right. He blocks shot. He does everything this need him to be and to do, and it's phenomenal to be next to him when he does those things, and everybody feeds off him. And it's great leadership, and honestly, he's been, like I said, he's been great.
Seattle and Arizona drop the puck tonight at 7 o'clock at Climate Pledge Arena. You could watch the game on Root Sports Northwest. Turning to the Les Schwab scoreboard in the District B girls basketball tournaments last night. First of all, in the District 6 1B tournament, Pateras beat Wilson Creek 64-20. Etihad stopped Soap Lake 52-41. In the District 6 2B tournament, Tenasket topped Manson 65-34. Lake Roosevelt beat up Bridgeport 96-36. Brewster beat Liberty Bell 64-39. And it was Okanagan all over Oroville Waterville 96-6. That's not even fun, gang. Next round of the tournament will be Friday. The 1Bs will gather at Moses Lake Christian with Pateras facing Waterville Mansfield at 6, followed by Indiana Moses Lake Christian at 7:30. 2B girls schedule has Tonasket at Lake Roosevelt at 6:30, while Okanagan hosts Brewster. The CWAC District 5-6 2A tournament got underway for the girls last night with Ephrata falling to Othello 62-35. Grandview topped East Valley 51-40. The District 5-6 2A tournament for the boys gets underway tonight with Ephrata playing at Prosser at 7 o'clock while Sela visits East Valley. On the Les Schwab Prep boys basketball scoreboard from last night, Moses Lake and Wenatchee played the first of 2 games between the 2 schools this week, with the Chiefs coming out on top 59-42. We'll have the rematch Saturday night right here live on the NCW Life Channel. Eastmont couldn't hold a 9-point fourth quarter lead last night as West Valley outscored the Wildcats 24-13 in the final frame to win 74-72. Eamon Monahan led Eastmont with 26 points, while Ethan Easley had 10. Eastmont girls were able to knock off West Valley 49-46 to earn the Wildcats their second Big 9 win of the season. Congratulations to the Cats. District 6B tournament gets underway for the boys tonight. In the 1B side, Waterville Mansfield plays Riverside Christian at Soap Lake at 6. That's followed by Pateras and Soap Lake at 7:30. And Moses Lake Christian, Wilson Creek, and Etihad start things off at 6, followed by Cascade Christian and Moses Lake Christian at 7:30. The 2B tournament, Bridgeport plays at Lake Roosevelt at 6:30, while Brewster hosts Liberty Bell. Manson travels to Tonasket, and Okanagan hosts Orville. We'll have Eastmont and Wenatchee from Eastmont High School live Friday here on the NCW Life Channel. Girls tip at 5:45, followed by the boys at 7:30. Then on Saturday, as we mentioned, we'll be at Wenatchee High for the Panthers and Moses Lake Chiefs, with the girls at 5:45. The boys follow at 7:30. There is a big game in Pullman at midday today. The Washington State Cougars play host to the 24th ranked Oregon Ducks at noon at Beasley Coliseum. The game will be broadcast on the Pac-12 network. That's a look at sports news here at 26 minutes past the hour on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Filling in for Dan, I'm Eric. And let's do a morning slurp, shall we? Grab your cup of joe, cup of water, cup of tea, cup of booze. I don't know. There's some people that are dealing with some sickness right now. You might have a cup of Theraflu, something like that. So join me this morning with a morning slurp. Yeah. See, that helps. It just kind of takes the edge off a little bit. I've got Theraflu. And no, I don't. I'm kidding. This day, obscure holiday. We had a choice of a few. I don't know why it's National Toothache Day. I suppose to promote tooth health as opposed to the toothache, because toothaches are no fun. That's for sure. It's also National Bagel and Lox Day. Not a big fan of that. I am a fan of pizza, however. So today we're celebrating National Pizza Day every February 9th. National Pizza Day, a day that celebrates this oven-baked flatbread food that is covered in sauce and cheese. Oh, it's a holiday where people can enjoy one of the most popular and iconic dishes in the world. Get back with a slice with family and friends, or just hog it all for yourself. Original pizza was a dish created by the Romans out of placenta bread that was covered in various layers of herbs, sauce, and cheese. However, while those early dishes were technically pizzas, what people would recognize as the modern pizza wouldn't become invented until around the 18th century. This is when some of the citizens of Naples, Italy, began to create flatbread dishes covered in garlic, basil, cheese, and eventually tomatoes. Now, during the 19th century, Italian immigrants began to bring the dish home to the United States. However, it really wouldn't become popular until the servicemen returning from World War II returned home after developing a taste for it in Italy. This is when the pizza market in the U.S. exploded and made pizza one of the most popular foods in America. Just how popular is pizza? Well, how about this? The numbers are rather eye-popping. Every year, 4 billion, that's with a B, pizzas are sold in the United States. The majority of these are from restaurants, pizza chains, and pizzerias, but about 1 billion of those come in the form of a frozen pizza at the grocery store. For every man, woman, and child in the U.S., over 23 pounds of pizza is consumed. That's every year. That's a lot of pizza. And Uriah and I were talking about favorite pizzas. What do you like on your pizza? I'm just kind of a pepperoni guy, but I like a meat lover's pizza. Uriah said he'll take a meat lover's. Not a big fan of pepperoni. He'll take Canadian bacon, thank you very much. And now, of course, we have gluten-free pizzas, so Uriah can enjoy a pizza. I've actually never tried a bite of a gluten-free pizza. I guess I'll have to do that sometime. But yeah, pizza. I've got pizza in the fridge at home right now, waiting for. Now, do you do the pizza the next day cold, or do you heat it up in the microwave? And that's the big question about pizza. Oh, love me some pizza. I know my wife is right there going, yeah, I really don't like that you eat so much pizza. But honey, I'm with the rest of America, 26 pounds a year. All right, this day in history, John Quincy Adams was elected as no presidential candidate received a majority of the electoral votes in the election of 1824. The U.S. House of Representatives votes to elect John Quincy Adams, who won fewer votes than Andrew Jackson in the popular election, as President of the United States. Adams was the son of John Adams, the second President of the United States. In the 1824 election, 131 electoral votes, just over half of the 261 total, were necessary to elect a candidate president. Although it had no bearing on the outcome of the election, popular votes were counted for the first time in this election. On December 1st, 1824, results were announced. Andrew Jackson of Tennessee won 99 electoral and 153,544 popular votes. John Quincy Adams of Massachusetts received 84 electoral and 108,740 popular votes. Secretary of State William H. Crawford, who had suffered a stroke before the election, received 41 electoral votes. And Representative Henry Clay of Kentucky won 37 electoral votes. As dictated by the U.S. Constitution, the presidential election was then turned over to the House of Representatives. 12th Amendment states that if no electoral majority is won, only the three candidates who received the most popular votes will be considered in the House. Now, Representative Henry Clay, who was disqualified from the House because he was the fourth place candidate, agreed to use his influence to have John Quincy Adams elected. Clay and Adams were both members of a loose coalition in Congress that by 1828 became known as the National Republicans, while Jackson's supporters were later organized into the Democratic Party. Now, thanks to Clay's backing, on February 9th, today, 1825, the House elected Adams as President of the United States. Now, when Adams then appointed Clay to the top cabinet post of the Secretary of State, Jackson and his supporters derided the appointment as the fulfillment of a corrupt bargain. Yeah, we don't have that anymore, do we? With little popular support, Adams' time in the White House was, for the most part, ineffectual. And the so-called corrupt bargain continued to haunt his administration. In 1828, he was defeated in his re-election bid by Andrew Jackson, who received more than twice as many electoral votes than Adams. John Quincy Adams, elected by Congress on this date. Birthdays today. Alice Walker, very important person, especially when we consider Black History Month this month. She was born in 1944, celebrating her 78th birthday today. Alice Walker's best-selling American poet and novelist. Her most famous work is critically acclaimed novel The Color Purple, which won the National Book Award and the Pulitzer Prize for fiction. Of course, later turned into an Oscar-nominated film directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Whoopi Goldberg. Walker is a prominent black feminist who has coined the term womanist to represent her feminism. Happy birthday to Alice Walker today. Also celebrating his 79th birthday, Joe Pesci. Although Joe began his career as a child actor, he didn't achieve fame until his role in Raging Bull in 1980, the first of a number of films with director Martin Scorsese and actor Robert De Niro, who became a friend. He won a BAFTA and was nominated for an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in that part. The role established Pesci's ability to play a tough criminal characters. He later reunited with Scorsese and De Niro, appearing in the mobster film Goodfellas, for which he won his first Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. The trio have also worked together on Casino, The Irishman, and Joe Pesci, also a comedy actor. Of course, how can you forget him in Home Alone and Home Alone 2? I didn't know this, that Joe Pesci retired from acting in 1999. He's done a few roles since, but he really has more interest in music. He's a musician. 2019 released his third album. As a young man, he was instrumental in the formation of the band The Four Seasons through his friendship with Frankie Valli and Tommy DeVito. Happy birthday to Joe Pesci. Also, if you have a birthday on this 9th of February, you celebrate that birthday with Benjamin Harrison. He was born on this date in 1773 before becoming the 9th president of the United States. Harrison was the representative to Grand Columbia and a senator from Ohio. Prior to political office, he gained fame for leading the U.S. forces against the Native Americans in the Battle of Tippecanoe in 1811. That was the actual name of the battle, giving him his nickname, Old Tippecanoe. Harrison, perhaps best known, however, for being the first president to die in office. He served for a total of 32 days. He died of pneumonia that apparently he got while he was giving a speech right before the election. The Whig Party chose him as their candidate in 1840. Felt the non-ideological war hero could defeat incumbent Martin Van Buren when he took office on March 4th, 1841. He was 68 years old, 23 days. That made him the oldest president to take office till Ronald Reagan. Harrison died of pneumonia just 32 days after taking office. He was succeeded by John Tyler. There you go. President Harrison was born on this date in 18. And that must be a look. I didn't realize this till the last few days. We've had these old pictures or old paintings of some of these old dudes, and they had the comb forward. I don't know. Maybe we should bring that back. 35 minutes past the hour. Still to come here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Mike McNulty with his opinion, and we'll also talk with Carolyn Morley. She is the manager of the NCW Fair up in Waterville about things happening with the fair. It's all right here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
Are you a take charge kind of person? Consider a career as a health unit coordinator. You'll work to keep health facilities running efficiently by coordinating medical providers, patients, and departments. The Charter College Certificate in Health Unit Coordinator program can get you up to speed on basic patient care, health records management, health and safety procedures, and medical billing. And the 10-month online program includes a computer you keep. Get started at chartercollege.edu, where we work to get you to work.
The Clearwater Saloon and Casino is the perfect place to meet in East Wenatchee. The Old West theme takes you back in time with casino gambling and poker tables. And now you can play the best games on or off the tables. Stop by and check out the new game room. All your favorite games and extended late night hours makes the Clearwater your best bet for a great time. And if time slips away having so much fun, stay the night next door at the Cedars Inn. It's all here nightly at the Clearwater Saloon and Casino in East Wenatchee.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
My job is to educate my client, help them navigate a system that is difficult and complicated. It is my job to tell their story and to convince either a court, a judge, or 12 jurors of the appropriateness of our request. It's the great leveler. It's the only leveler, because the least powerful can gain the remedy they deserve that the law provides for them.
Are you frustrated because you feel like you aren't getting the internet speeds you pay for? One of the most common ways to test your internet connection is called a speed test. These are free and easily located on the internet and can tell you how fast your internet is. However, for certain reasons, these tests may not always be accurate. A speed test shows you how fast a file can be downloaded to the computer you're running the test on. However, there are many things that can affect the speed of that download besides the speed of the internet going into your home. A few of the things that can affect your internet speed are poor Wi-Fi signal, other wireless signals interfering with the wireless signals coming from your router, other devices in your home draining your bandwidth, your computer or phone running apps programs in the background that you aren't aware of, slowing your entire device. Any of these things can slow down your internet. Your internet is like water flowing down a pipe. There's a big pipe bringing internet to your local area, and a smaller pipe coming off of that bringing internet to your home address. Your router is just another pipe that brings the internet inside your house, and every device inside your home is like a pipe connected to the router. Just like with water, if any of those pipes along the way are too small for the amount of internet that needs to flow through for a family, the flow for everything down the line will be much slower. It's a lot like trying to push all the water going into your house through a small straw. Also, again, just like with water, if everyone in your home is using the internet at once, any individual device may not be able to receive the full flow of the internet. It's like your whole family trying to drink out of that small straw all at once. If you're struggling with internet that is slower than expected, make sure that all of the devices that your internet flows through are working correctly, and check all devices in your home for background programs that may be using the internet. If everything still appears to be working correctly, contact us and we'll be able to help.
Hey, this is Mike, Mad Dog McNaughty, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. Now, I recently moved to a new office where two other counselors have been for quite some time. They're both women. And they've been working there for a while, and things actually, I think, have been going pretty well, I think. I've been trying to be a good office mate, particularly in the use of the employees-only restroom. I clean up after myself. I'm always careful to put the seat down. But there's one issue I don't think I can tolerate much longer. And one of these days, new guy or not, I'm gonna have to take action. The toilet paper roll needs to feed over the top, the front of the roll, not underneath out of the back. Just thinking about it gives me the shakes. This is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and that's my opinion.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether,
we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a four-letter word.
I think we should hire more people.
Doc, late for a meeting.
Hey, we need to build a home office.
We're adding another bathroom.
We need a warehouse.
I can't imagine how we do that.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
You know, it sounds so nice, we wanted to hear it twice. It's 42 minutes past the hour here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley for this Wednesday, the 9th of February, 2022. It's the middle of winter. Why are we thinking about the fair? Well, because there's a lot going on. Carolyn Morley joins us now, who's the manager of the NCW Fair up in Waterville. And even though it's buried in snow right now, I assume, anyway, I haven't been up to Waterville for a while. Carolyn, what's happening with the fair?
We have a lot going on. It's very exciting to be this busy this early in the year, and a lot of new off-season events are happening, and a lot of capital improvement projects. So it is a lot of snow, but we're digging out and we're starting to give little snippets of what's to come, the future of this summer, and it's just exciting.
Now, full disclosure, I was the manager for the fair up there for 2 years, and I learned that I should be in broadcasting and not managing a fair. And so I was just saying that it's been, what, 2 years since you've been, it's been 4 years since you were hired. Congratulations. Yeah. And there's been so many positive things that have happened since you've taken over. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
And for those folks who haven't been up to Waterville to the fairgrounds in a while, you're not going to recognize it, really, because you guys have made some great strides and improvements.
Yeah, absolutely. The grounds looks so much nicer. I mean, it's a over 130-year-old fair, and so the grounds really need improvements, and our commissioners really got on board with that. And we have tons of stuff going on this year as well, lots of new projects, but the fair in general is just, it's got a new life to it. People are excited to be there again. Over the last couple of years, we've really rebuilt it. So it's worth taking that 30-mile drive for sure. It's something special.
How the challenge, of course, of COVID for all of us has been daunting. The challenge for the fair, even more so. But you guys proceeded. You went, hey, you know what? Life happens and we're going to keep going.
Yeah, we knew that our fair goers needed a fair. Our community needed a fair. Our county needed a fair. Yeah. And so we really just did it the safest way that we could. It's predominantly an outdoor event, and so we didn't have to worry about too much. We kept the grandstand attendance a little bit smaller in the race and rodeo and also the concert, but it was phenomenal. We didn't have a single issue. People washed their hands. People stayed home when they were sick, and it was a beautiful thing.
This has been an interesting year regarding COVID for the fair because your pavilion basically there became a courthouse for a while. Now, how was that, and how did that come to be?
Yeah, a lot of fairgrounds were used as courthouses, and it was a really cool thing that we could do for our county to allow them to be able to continue those services so that the juries could spread out a little bit more. But really they needed a space, and that space wasn't being used with quinceañeras and weddings, and so they're actually still there, but they're going to be out for our crab feed, which is very exciting, and we hope they'll make their way back to their courthouse. But it was great to have them and to be able to do that, for the county.
Yeah. So I'm curious about, was that a contract that happened, or was it just, hey, the county says we need to use it, we're kind of taking over?
Yeah, I mean, it's their building, right? At the end of the day, it's their building, and they needed to use it, and we weren't using it, so it was an agreement for sure. It was their building, and so they came in and used it, and we're accommodating for us to have some of our events as well, and that took a lot of moving in and moving out and technology setup, but it worked. So
good. Well, this is the time of year that, we're maybe a month away from calving and from, babies being born animals-wise, and the kids are getting their projects ready to go. But it's also a busy time for you to prepare for the upcoming season, including a big fundraiser for Friends of the Fair coming up.
Absolutely. People joke, you only work a couple days a year, but that's not true.
No.
Our biggest fundraiser of the year, the Friends of the Fair, has our steak or prime rib and crab feed with an auction. And it is very important for our fairgrounds. As we spoke earlier, it's very old fairgrounds, and all that money goes to capital improvements on the grounds. And so new roofs, new lighting, things like that really need to be done on the fairgrounds. And we're very lucky to have that event be so successful every year. It's been going on for many, many, many years, and we're so blessed to be able to have it again, because after 2 years, it was kind of a disappointment. So we're excited.
Didn't have it.
Yeah.
So you didn't have that fundraising element. I know you did something
online. And that was pretty successful for its nature, but we just want to be back together again, and it's where we announce our artist and some other off-season events that were happening, and just it really builds that excitement again, and people get pretty excited. So.
I know those tickets go pretty fast. Do you have any left for the crab feed coming up?
Well, actually, because people had purchased 2 years ago, and we just chose to keep rolling them over, we didn't have any tickets to sell. Oh. Some people did ask for refunds in that 2-year time bracket, so we're just going to have a smaller attendance, just to allow people a little more elbow room that normally isn't there. So it'll just be nice to have it be a little bit smaller.
It's a live auction, silent auction, big-time fundraiser. I know the Friends of the Fair. Have you put a target as far as how much you want to do, and what are you putting that money towards this year?
Yeah, absolutely. We generally try to have our proceeds be $50,000, the actual fundraising portion after we've paid all of our expenses. And so that's always our goal every year. And then this year, we actually have a lot of improvements that need to be done in the rodeo arena. There's new gates and new chutes and new things that really need to see now that we're a PRCA rodeo, and so that's where a bulk of that money we hope to go as long as the board approves that.
I know, talking with Melody back when I was there, that they were hoping for a new announcer's stand, something like that. Is that also?
We got one.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's beautiful. Our new maintenance gentleman, Ramon, built it, and it is beautiful. You'll have to come look at it. It's nice.
Okay. Yeah. Now, aside from which, by the way, the Friends Friends of the Fair auction, crab feed, prime rib dinner coming up on March 12th.
Yes.
Sorry, can't get tickets, but you do need probably some auction items, don't you?
We do. That is a super important part of this auction. This is where we really make the money. And so, yes, if you have a business or a craft or a talent or a skill, we would love for you to donate. It is very important. It's a great way to recognize your business. It's a good marketing move. But, you know, if you have a talent or a skill, or go out and make a little basket. If you love the fair, we would love your support.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I know that's a Herculean effort to collect
It
all the
is.
live auction items and the silent auction items and everything else. And
It's definitely a full-time job.
yeah, and by the way, here, do this, Carolyn. Again, we're going to get you the phone number for the fair. We're going to get you the website, Carolyn's email address too, if that's okay.
Sure.
Because if you have something that you would like to donate to go towards the fair and some of the improvements up there in Waterville, we'll get you that coming up as we get towards the latter part of the program. Something coming up in April. This sounds like a lot of fun. So the fair after dark.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
So, you know, you go out and you scope talent for your fair, and I came across these two separate comedians that did showcasing at some events, and they are hilarious. I saw Matt Baker in person, and I was crying. I had tears. He is so funny. It was a kid-friendly show that I did see, but also The Hypnotist is going to be the kind of adult version. It's a 21 and older show because of adult content, and then we will have a beverage service. But we really wanted to put a spin on it. You know, the fair is very family-friendly, and we love that, but we wanted to give something for the adults that still was kind of fair-related. So it is going to be a great comedic relief for all of us.
That is coming up on April 23rd. I know
right.
tickets are already on sale for that.
Tickets are on sale, and we're going to start marketing pretty heavily. So if you don't have your tickets, be sure to get it. And there's even a VIP table option, which is pretty cool.
Okay. All right. We'll get you the number for the fairgrounds coming up in just a few moments. Now, I saw something on Facebook that probably got a lot of people pretty excited. And you guys were teasing us with fireworks in the image.
Yes.
It's been a while since we've had fireworks or something along those lines up at the fairgrounds. Can you tell us what it is?
Well, you know as well as I do that people love their 4th of July at Waterville, and you've and other people have tried other options. Mm-hmm. There will be fireworks. I can't tell you what the other part is. You're going to have to watch our social media, but there will be fireworks. It'll be a 2-day event, so everybody should have the opportunity to go. Very family friendly, and something that's never been done on our fairgrounds. How about that?
Ooh.
Never been done.
Okay, now that's a tease.
So that is a tease.
Okay.
Yeah.
July 1st and 2nd.
That's right.
Okay. There's a campground. A lot of folks might not even know this. There's a campground up at the fairgrounds. For that event, are you going to offer camping for folks? Or?
Yeah, if they're interested in it, we absolutely will. I'm not sure that people will feel the need to go to both days, but obviously, if they want to stay,
you're going to Waterville. Why not just stay?
It's a pretty neat little place. But yeah, you know that campground very well and intimately. But it is a nice spot, and we'd love to have people come camp with us.
Yeah, intimately is a pretty good word. How about that? I was in the ditches when we were digging the sewer lines and all that kind of stuff for the fair. Real quick, fair coming up. August, it's happening.
Yes.
It's going to happen August 26th to the 29th.
Yes.
Anything, I mean, if you've been to the Waterville Fair, you love it for all the things that it is. Is there anything new that we can expect this year?
Yeah, we have a lot of off-season events. They're going to lead up to the fair this year. But I think that the grounds, we're going to have a new entrance. We're going to tear down the den and have a new beer garden set up, hopefully made out of a grain bin, like a silo.
Oh, sweet.
We got some cool stuff going on.
I've seen coffee shops that are built that way. Okay.
So if you haven't been up to our grounds recently, I really encourage you to this year because it's going to have a very cool, nostalgic feel to it, a very nice, beautiful entrance if we can get everything done in time. But the grounds itself will be totally revamped.
Well, the improvements you guys have made to this point in the last 4 years since you've been there have been remarkable.
Yeah.
And congratulations on that. As you mentioned, 130 some years old. Yeah. And there was some of the parts of the fair that were probably still hanging from 130 years ago. So
absolutely. And as I mentioned, our Board of Commissioners has been incredibly supportive of that, and they really see the value in our fair, and bringing it back to life is part of doing the improvements. So it's been an effort by all.
Well, fantastic work by you and by the staff. You're adding staff.
Yes.
You have 2 full-time maintenance people now.
Yeah,
and
we do.
that was the biggest thing that, when I was working there, I didn't know how much snow to expect, and then you got to stack that snow somewhere. And
You can't
that
do
was a
both.
That was a whole nother thing.
And I can change a light bulb, but that's about it. So.
Here's how you get a hold of Carolyn up at the fairgrounds. You can go to the website, ncwfair.org. You can give them a call, 509-745-8480. That's been the same number forever at the fair, 745-8480. And your email address?
info@ncwfair.org.
Okay. Anyway, get a hold of them. Help them out with the auction. If you've got an item, if you've got a service that you can offer for them, they can certainly use it in Friends of the Fair. Moving forward. That's right. Moving forward. We're having the fair again and so much more. ncwfair.org is the web address. Carolyn, thanks for taking time to come by this morning.
Yes.
You bet. Carolyn Morley joining us here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll come back and wrap up the show right after this.
I'm here at the Discovery Center at Rocky Reach Dam, where there's a ton of cool stuff to do. You can learn how the dam harnesses the power of the Columbia, walk inside a Native American Tule Lodge, and steer clear of disaster on the Rock Island Rapids. You can check out the new fish viewing space and even stare a salmon right in the eye. Explore all this and more at Chelan County PUD's brand new Discovery Center at Rocky Reach Dam, now open year-round.
The Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center brings you Vibrant Motion, a new hour-long exercise program featuring local instructors Connie Townsend and Pat Robbins. Each week, we'll bring you a new episode with aerobics or Tai Chi. We promise you'll get a heart-pumping, low-impact workout regardless of your age. Join us for Vibrant Motion, weekdays on the NCW Life channel. Check your program guide for airtimes.
Different birds enjoy different types of foods, so it's important to offer all the right things for the birds you want to attract. Sound complicated? It doesn't have to be. Our Flying Start Combo is an all-in-one feeder that attracts all the birds in your backyard, with seed, suet, nuts, and fruit. Stop by our store to find out how you can get started feeding the birds. Wild Birds Unlimited. We bring people and nature together.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Are you looking at buying your first home or additional homes, perhaps an investment property or refinancing? Let the local Caliber home loan experts help guide you every step of the way with 2 convenient locations to serve you in Wenatchee and Chelan. Give us a call today.
Brian's Pizza and Bowling is changing their name to That Pizza Place. Now there's still your same favorite locally owned family pizza and bowling center, That Pizza Place. Come hang out in downtown Cashmere.
Yes, that's right. It's a Winning Wednesday. Your chance to win a $50 gift certificate to Chelan Valley Skincare. And they have a big February special going on, their Lovers Special. Find out more at ChelanValleySkincare.com. $50 gift certificate to the place up in Chelan if you email us. winner@ncwlife.com. That's winner@ncwlife.com. You get one entry per email address. So you can, if you have multiple email addresses, you can enter multiple times. One winner per 30 days here, please, on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll give you a chance to win that this morning. Now, we do have a chance to win tomorrow as well on a Winning Thursday. We'll tell you more about that coming up tomorrow here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. But again, the email address, winner@ncwlife.com. Thanks again to Carolyn Morley for joining us here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Great stuff happening with the NCW Fair. Go to ncwfair.org for more information on that. Coming up tomorrow, we will have a discussion with our hockey buddy Sean Ziers as the Wenatchee Wild went 1-1 on the first part of their road trip. I'll have a chance to Skype with Sean. That's tomorrow morning on the program. And then coming up on Friday, Jefferson Robbins and our own Uriah Darby went out to Wenatchee High School yesterday. Got a chance to talk with Dale Blair and his students with sports medicine about their big venture coming up this summer to a national competition. More on that coming up Friday on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. And then next week, yesterday afternoon, I got a chance to sit down and interview all of our top 10 candidates for the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant. We'll have each of those interviews, 2 a day, Monday through Friday next week here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Have a great Wednesday. Enjoy your hump day. We'll see you again tomorrow morning right here.